Your cat is not waking you up at 3 a.m. by accident. While you are deep in REM sleep, those paws pressing on your chest carry a level of biological precision that most owners completely miss. It is not restlessness, and it is not random. Here are 5 things science says your cat is actually doing when those paws land on your body at midnight. First, midnight biomechanics. The paw that knows exactly what it is doing. A cat's paw is one of the most neurologically sophisticated tools in the animal kingdom, and at 3 a.m. it is operating at full capacity. Each feline paw contains a dense network of pressure-sensitive receptors capable of detecting micro-variations in surface resistance, temperature, and movement. What that means in practice is that when your cat places its paw on your chest, it is not just resting there. It is actively reading your body. The specific weight it applies is not random either. Cats continuously adjust the pressure they use based on real-time sensory feedback, increasing or decreasing force depending on how your body responds beneath them. During REM sleep, your breathing slows, your muscles enter deep relaxation, and your body temperature shifts slightly. These changes are fully detectable through touch, and your cat is registering every single one. The midnight kneading session is not a sleep disturbance. It is a biological assessment, and your cat is surprisingly good at conducting it. If your cat tends to press harder during your deepest sleep cycles, that is not coincidence. That is the sensory feedback loop doing exactly what it was designed to do. One note of caution here: if your cat presses heavily on a specific area of your body consistently, and you notice discomfort, it is worth ruling out any underlying issue with your own physician, just to be safe. Second, sensory targeting. Why your chest and neck are not a coincidence. If you have ever noticed that your cat almost always chooses to knead on your chest, your throat area, or the soft tissue just below your collarbone, you are not imagining a pattern. There is a reason cats gravitate toward these specific zones during nocturnal contact sessions, and it has less to do with comfort and more to do with biology. These areas of the human body carry the highest concentration of accessible blood vessels close to the skin surface, meaning they produce the most detectable pulse, warmth, and vibration. From a feline sensory perspective, your chest during sleep is essentially the most information-rich location on your entire body. Beyond circulation, the kneading motion itself taps into a deeply embedded neurological reflex. Kittens need their mother's mammary tissue to stimulate milk flow, and that rhythmic paw motion is directly linked to the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both the kitten and the mother. Adult cats retain this reflex, and research on feline bonding behavior suggests that when a cat needs a trusted human, it is triggering the same neurochemical pathway associated with early maternal attachment. Your cat is not just touching you. It is activating a biological bonding circuit that goes back to the first days of its life. Have you ever noticed your cat targeting the same spot on your body every single night? Drop a comment below and tell me exactly where yours goes, because the patterns people are reporting are genuinely fascinating. Third, the survival check. Your cat is literally taking your pulse. Here is where things get genuinely interesting, and a little bit humbling for those of us who thought we were the smart ones in the relationship. There is a hypothesis in veterinary behavioral science known informally as the survival check, and it proposes something that sounds almost too deliberate to be real: that cats use intentional paw pressure during their owner's deepest sleep phases as a form of vital sign monitoring. The logic is grounded in evolutionary biology. In the wild, a social unit depends on every member being alive and functional. A predator that goes completely still, stops making sound, and drops its core temperature is indistinguishable from a dead predator. Your cat, with its extraordinary sensory sensitivity, picks up on the physiological profile of deep human REM sleep and may interpret extreme stillness as a potential threat to the stability of its social unit. The pressure applied to your chest allows the cat to detect heartbeat, chest rise, and body warmth simultaneously, essentially running a quick systems check on the most important resource in its environment: you. Whether or not this is a conscious process on your cat's part is still debated, but the behavior is remarkably consistent across breeds and households. Before we go further, if this video is opening your eyes to how much is going on under the surface of everyday cat behavior, hit that like button, subscribe to Cat Care Academy, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Share this with another cat owner who thinks their cat is just being weird at 3 a.m. They need to see this. Fourth, chemical synchronization. The invisible conversation happening while you sleep. Touch is not the only channel of communication active during your cat's midnight pressure sessions. The skin-to-paw contact happening while you sleep is also facilitating a chemical exchange that most owners never consider. Cats transfer scent compounds from the glands located in their paw pads with every contact they make, and this is not accidental. When your cat presses on you repeatedly during the night, it is marking you with its own scent signature in a pattern that communicates ownership, safety, and belonging. From the cat's perspective, a sleeping human covered in its own chemical markers is a secured territory, a confirmed ally, and a stable social anchor. On the other side of that equation, the warmth and scent of your cat's presence during sleep has a measurable effect on your own physiology. Studies on human-animal co-sleeping have documented reductions in cortisol levels and improvements in sleep continuity associated with close pet contact during the night. The exchange is genuinely bilateral. Your cat is not just taking from the interaction, it is also regulating its own nervous system through the contact, using your steady breathing and body heat as a biological metronome that signals safety and calm. The two of you are, in a very real sense, synchronizing your biology through touch while both of you sleep. It is one of the more quietly remarkable things happening in households all over the world every single night. Fifth, decoding the message. What your cat is actually trying to tell you. Not all midnight paw pressure is the same, and once you know what to look for, the differences become surprisingly readable. Light, rhythmic kneading with a slow alternating motion and relaxed body posture is the clearest signal your cat can send. It feels safe, bonded, and content. This is the making biscuits behavior at its purest, a direct expression of trust and attachment with no agenda behind it beyond closeness. Firmer, more deliberate pressure concentrated in a single spot, especially when paired with direct eye contact or vocalization, typically signals something more specific: a resource request, a territorial reinforcement, or an attempt to rouse you toward interaction. The intensity of the pressure often scales with the urgency of what the cat is communicating. A cat that presses hard, pauses, and presses again is using a remarkably structured form of haptic communication. Cats that have developed strong, secure attachments to their owners tend to show more varied and nuanced pressure patterns over time, essentially building a private tactile vocabulary with a specific human. The fact that your cat has chosen your body as the place where it conducts this communication is not nothing. It is the highest expression of feline trust. Are you already noticing different types of pressure from your cat at night? Comment below and describe what yours does, because every pattern is worth documenting. What your cat does to your body at 3 a.m. is not random, not rude, and definitely not something to sleep through without appreciation. From biomechanical scanning to chemical bonding to something that looks a lot like a wellness check, these midnight pressure sessions are among the most complex behaviors your cat expresses. For general sleep disruption, enrichment and routine adjustments usually help. But if the behavior becomes compulsive or distressing for your cat, a veterinary behaviorist is always the right call.